welcome back to the Free Hammers. It's our first video for a while. Been away for quite a while, mate, hasn't it? Paul's joined me for this one because we haven't done a podcast for a while, so he said he'd join me for the review. And what a day to join, mate. Fantastic. That's best we've played this season. 4-1. 4-1. When did West Ham score 4 goals in a game? Away as well. Away. Yeah, brilliant, mate. Weren't it? Really, really good.
That's fantastic performance. Like you say, I think definitely the second half up until, pretty much up until Arnautovic came off when we started to gas. Best performance of the season. Brilliant result, mate. And it was just fantastic seeing Arnautovic and Lanzini finally click.
Oh yeah, they were fantastic. Like. Just going through the lineup quickly, mate, before we carry on. Adrian Collins, Ogbonna Cresswell, Zabaleta Chiatti, Obiang Noble, Masuaku, Lanzini and Arnautovic. Like, I thought it was a bit harsh to drop Rice, to be honest. If I'm going on what I thought before the game, obviously it all worked out in the end. But yeah, I thought it was a bit harsh to drop Rice. For me, Chiatti needed to be dropped. Wasn't. They lined up Lossie Smith, Jorgensen, Schneidler, Malone, Hogg, Moy, Van La Par, Lolly, Ince and De Potre. Yeah, like you say, mate, it finally clicked for Arnautovic and Lanzini. It didn't come off in the first half because that was what a lot of the news on Twitter was, and sort of what me, you and Lee were saying in the chat. It was just like inch off, weren't it? It was like a little fraction off for Lanzini. He was putting off the skills and all that, and Arnie was
just weren't quite there exactly.
Yeah, just boom, yeah, just that weren't quite there. But we did take the lead. Total mix up at the back, and that's happened twice. Obviously happened in the game, was it the Bournemouth game? Yeah, when I trapped onto Begovic's one, wasn't it? So it's very rare we actually get like a mistake like that.
Do you know what though? It was interesting because I was reading the night. Apparently they've been trying to play out all season. That's the way they've been playing, and it looked like we'd planned for that. We had Arnautovic and Noble sort of and Lanzini floating around there, waiting for that kind of thing to happen. I think that was planned. I think that was, we were waiting for something like that to happen. Yeah. Rather than it just being a complete fluke, I think we were actually planned that. It was well done and brilliant finish from Noble. Brilliant finish from Mark.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he got through, didn't he? Arnie hustled him, fell to him, tapped it in lovely into the corner, 1-0 up. And I wouldn't say it was deserved. It was sort of just like a bit of a sort of battle, wasn't it? Not much was going on for either team, really. They broke, though, towards the end, right at the end of the first half, which was a killer time to concede, because at that point I was thinking, oh, here we go. But yeah, he stepped inside, Lolly, twisting, turning. We were backing off, and it was a great goal.
Yeah,
you can't take that away from Lolly, can you? It was a fantastic goal.
It was a good finish, but should have stopped it. I mean, we gave him all the time in the world to put that away. And it's a shame because I think after our goal and up until their goal, we were in control of the game. We looked good. They started looking nervous. And yeah, I thought it was a shame because after they scored, I kind of thought, oh, here we go. We might fall apart here. Just get to half-time, basically. And then it was the worry at half-time. How are we going to come out the second half? And, well...
come out any better. One of the rare times a long punt has actually come off for us as well. Ogbonna's just punted a sort of butt to an out of it. So fantastic skill. Like he took it out, flicked it over the defender and put it in. It was just, he's got that though. He really has got that in his locker, that real, he's got a Berbatov sort of vibe about him, like that, just swagger. I think is the word, real classy guy, and he's
a fantastic player, and it took him a while to get settled. At the start after he first joined, he was getting slagged off a lot by a lot of fans, not putting the effort in. Since Moyes has come in, he's been a completely different player, and he's by far our best player now. Fantastic player, along with Lanzini. And what's that? 6 goals in 7 games.
Yeah.
So he's bang on form.
He's well on form. I think he's actually in the Player of the Month vote. I don't think he'll win it, but he's definitely in the voting up for it this month, I think. And then Lanzini, mate. First of his 2 goals today. Again, just another lovely finish, weren't it? It was a really nice finish. Was that the one with Arnie, or was that the second one? What?
No, that was that. The second goal was. I actually texted you at the time, mate, and said that's the first time in years I've actually seen us playing triangles. It was lovely football. It was just, it worked really well. I think it was Zabaleta, Chiarte, Lanzini, Arnautovic, all working little triangles, and then Arnie just sort of laid it off. It looked like it was offside at first. I thought
yeah. I'm remembering it now. Yeah.
Thought it might have been offside, but it wasn't, thankfully, and it was a good finish, cool finish.
3-1 Dreamland, mate. But the second Lanzini's second goal, it was all about Arnie. It's just, he's got that lovely heel flick thing that he does. Like, he gets it and he flicks it with it over his own body, like a sort of rainbow flick style. And then he has got his pace, I think, is underestimated a bit. He has got a little bit of in the tank.
Yeah,
he's very strong as well. Like, he can't be taken off the ball. He's a very strong lad. Obviously, powers in, really direct towards the 18-yard box. It does go away from him, but Lanzini picks it up, and boom, it's 4-1, and it's game over.
Yeah, and we were saying then, it could have been anything.
We had one cleared off the line as well.
That's right.
At 2-1.
Yeah.
Chiatti off the line, which was like half the ball over, half the ball wasn't. So yeah, it could have been anything today in the end.
We played really, really well. I have to say, though, Huddersfield defensively was shocking.
Yeah.
They were terrible. I mean, we kept getting in behind them and they kept leaving space. And they didn't really do anything to stop that. It was crazy. Even at 4-1 down, they were still leaving gaps, which was madness.
It is that Dortmund style, though. I think the commentator even said it. Because he's obviously Jurgen Klopp's, like, sort of protege, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like constant high press, don't worry about defending. And you see that with Liverpool, don't you? Liverpool are very similar. Now they've got Van Dijk. But so, yeah, I think it's that style. And we sort of just exposed it. Obviously, Rice come on for 5 minutes and Ayew come on. Obviously, it was time. I even said at the time, did I get Lanzini and Arnie off there? Wrap them up. They're fantastic. That's going to work now, hopefully, against the games we've got coming up in your Bournemouth, your Palaces. I think Brighton's coming up as well. These games, if we win them, we'll be safe. Really, in the next 4 or 5 games, if we win them, we're safe. But yeah, what a great day. Big performances all round. Noble for me. Chiatti still was terrible for me. It just still lackadaisical. It's really like half-hearted effort, really, for me.
I think he was better today. He was better today, but he still weren't great. I think I saw a stat in the first half. He gave away possession more than any other player in the team. I think in the first half he had something like 54% pass completion. So I don't know what the stats for the second half were like, but he was better today, but he still wasn't fantastic. That's what we need now. Noble, I thought, was brilliant, but he got tired towards the end. Obiang was.
I would like to have seen Josh as well. I would like to have seen Josh come on at 4-1. You've got to have an absolute disaster to throw out 4-1.
I mean, I think if I can understand why he didn't make the changes earlier, because if we had conceded, say we took Arnautovic and Lanzini off earlier, and then we conceded, all of a sudden it's 4-2, and there's a couple of kids in the middle of the park, and then they'd be putting the pressure on, then I could see that being a bit dodgy. So no problems with the subs, but I think now if we can get a couple of real improvements in central midfield, with Arnautovic and Lanzini clicking up front, we could be some team. We really could. I have to say, I thought defensively, Collins was good, came in. Collins was great. Zabaleta was brilliant again.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you, Ogbonna, unbelievable. Finally, under Moyes, he looks like an Italian international defender.
Yeah.
I think he's been brilliant.
Just on BBC website, mate, David Moyes' interview is now in. He said, we've had a long way to go, but the players have done brilliantly well since we came in, and they did very well today. I'm really pleased with Marko Arnautovic. Everybody knew how good he was at Stoke City, and maybe giving him a free row up front has given him a chance to express himself. You need things to go for sure, and we got the goal right after kickoff. To be in that position alongside those great managers is good, and I am glad that I have finally hit the 200 wins. Andy Carroll wasn't fit. We were deciding whether or not we're going to bring him in for Tuesday. The board know, and they want to add a few players this month. It's just the difficult month. We will add as many players as possible. So that is that. Just last thing on the game before we sort of analyse that. That puts us in 11th place. We could have gone up to 10th if we would have got 6. Obviously, Watford drew in the end.
Would have been a 2-goal swing needed, yeah.
But 11th place, but it's still literally 2 losses and you're right back down there, 2 wins and you're flying.
It's crazy how close it is. It's so tight. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's insane. But like you say, mate, if we win the next few games, we're well out of it. And I'll tell you, we'll be comfortably, hopefully, sort of top half.
Mate, you know, the higher up the table you are, all of a sudden players start looking at you as a more asset to come to, rather than, oh, you're sitting in 18th, when you can say, oh, we're sitting at 11th, 3 points off of 8th or whatever, which we are currently, I think. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what do you make, mate, on the last little sum up? Because this is not a podcast, guys, just for you. We are going to do a podcast on Wednesday, so if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Yeah, on transfers, mate, nothing's happening, is it?
Nothing's happening at all. It's disappointing because we obviously need bodies. The worry is, with results like this, it's just giving Sullivan an excuse to say, oh, we don't need anything, we're fine.
I do get scared of that as well, yeah. I do, honestly. I agree with that.
Worth pointing out as well, we only put 6 subs on the bench today.
Yeah.
I think that was probably Moyes making a statement saying we don't have enough.
Yeah.
We don't have enough bodies. So yeah, I mean, we need to see incomings. We need to bring in some players. I've got no confidence at all. I know we've been linked with the likes of Dendonka, Smolov,
Shelby, Allen. Who knows whether the Jack Wilshere thing will spark up again? I don't think it will, because he's getting in that team now.
Ariata, like there's a few links, but I don't know. I'm not confident in us signing anyone. I'm not.
I'm not. Obviously, there's loads of rumours. You know, Diafaseko hopefully finally will go, because it is time now. You know, it's just
been time for a long time.
Yeah, we're not. Listen, I heard Ryan say it on West Ham Fan TV. He's not. I'm not going to slag him off as a footballer, because he is quite a good footballer. But like as an apple and a personality, we need him out of that club. It's not a good thing. Obviously, all the other strikers have been linked out as well. If we're talking about just rumours at the minute, Andy Carroll, Chelsea link. Who knows whether they'll sniff in at the last minute with a big offer? Who knows? Sort of thing.
I'll tell you what. Chelsea needs something at the minute, because obviously they drew today against Leicester. Leicester were battering them for the majority of the game until they went down to 10 men, and Chelsea still couldn't break them down. You think if they had an Andy Carroll to bring on,
their quality as well, with the quality that they possess.
Yeah, exactly. They need something. I think they're on a really bad run. Have they not won in like 5 games or something?
They're not doing well at all. They're very like a lot of draws and stuff like that.
So it wouldn't surprise me to see him come in for.
It wouldn't surprise me if a late deal come through, and if there's something in there that we could get Michi, it may be worth having a little chat with them about that. Another one, obviously, Schürrle's been linked. That's gone very, very quiet, that though, as well, in terms of the loan deal. Chicharito linked with LA Galaxy as well.
Not LA Galaxy, it's the new LA team. Is it LAFC?
Oh, yeah. So I could see that as well.
I could see that happening easily. I don't think he wants to stay. I don't think we're set up to use him properly.
I don't think it'd be a loss though either. I had this conversation in work with a guy, a West Ham fan. He wouldn't be a loss because we haven't seen him. We haven't seen Javi Hernandez that we thought we were getting, and that's nothing to him at all. It's just like you say, sometimes players don't fit. Yeah, it would be a shame though.
It would be a massive shame. You know, you think when we signed him, it was like, wow, the best signing we've made in years. And I was really excited to finally sign an actual goal scorer, but he's obviously, I mean, don't get me wrong, Arnautovic has been incredible, but when you're playing Arnautovic in front of a recognised striker up front, Hernandez has got to be thinking, like, this ain't for me. You wouldn't blame him. But, you know, that's the way it is. If he does move on, so be it. But we do need to get replacements in. We do need to get replacements in.
Like you say, mate, you touched on it about 5-10 minutes ago. we do need some midfielders, and a couple of really good midfielders in there, mate. Like you say, I think we could be an half decent asset, you know. A question that's been floating around, mate, Twitter. I just want to end it. I know this is not a podcast, but I think it's right to say it because it's been floating around all the West Ham channels. David Moyes, mate, what is your judgment on him at the moment?
I'm delighted with him.
Yeah,
delighted with him.
So a lot of people are saying no. There's a lot of no, he don't deserve a new contract. It's like, this is not his team. This is not his team.
Not only is it not his team, what has he done wrong since he's come in?
Yeah, we've had some bad results, you know. Newcastle 3-0, that was a bad result. We've had a couple of blips, yeah, and we've had a couple of performances where it's like, oh yeah, we've set up too defensively. But come on, there is no denying we look fitter.
Mm-hmm.
We play some nice stuff every now and then. We look more solid. Like, what more do you want when, like I keep repeating myself, it's not his team yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's had no input, any players coming into that team. All we can do is coach and pick an 11. So that to me tells you he's a good coach. And he's got a good coaching team around him. In your Stuart Pearces, your Alan Irvines and people like that have done a fantastic job so far.
I would be, from the sounds of things at the moment, I mean, it depends what way the rest of the season goes, I suppose. From the sounds of things, he might not be here past the end of the season. But I would be more than happy to see him, and I think you made a good point there, mate, with his coaching staff, with his backroom team as well. I would love to see all of them get at least another season, get a proper crack in the summer transfer window and see what they can do. Because I'm delighted with the way that Moyes has done. I really am. I'm over the moon. I think he's done a fantastic job. And same as yourself, mate, I don't really understand the people that are against him. Like you just said, mate, what do you want?
No, but he's not going to come in and remember where we was when he come in. He's not going to come in and we're going to be playing like bloody Real Madrid. Some people are going to get, I'm not asking to play at Real Madrid. But in terms of, you're not going to get that Everton of David Moyes area in 4 months.
No.
Give him year, 2 years. Let's see where we finish. Like I say, let's see what happens because we could still go down. Who knows, yeah? But I think this guy, if we give him a couple of years, we could be quite a good, solid outfit. You know, like a good, solid top 8 team.
100%.
It's regular in top 8. Yeah. And that's how we're going to end it, guys. Let us know what you think about David Moyes. Let us know your thoughts on the game today. My man of the match, it's tough. Lanzini, I'm going to give it just because he got that one extra goal.
Wow. I'd have to give it to Marco. Everything came from Arnautovic. I have to give it to Marco for me. And I love Lanzini. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah. If you've got any questions, guys, for the podcast, we're going to be filming on Wednesday, so drop them in the comments below, get them on Twitter, whatever. But yeah, it's easier if you put them in the YouTube if you're watching and something comes to your mind while you're watching it today. Until then, guys, keep subscribing, check us out, Facebook, Twitter, bloody, and all that. Come on, your hands. Let's go.
Cheers.